this was a move they had to make, right? We talked about that in the offseason. When a player like that becomes available, you got to get him. And specifically the New York Yankees, because it was the one guy that could change the entire feel. Now, you look at the package, BT, it wasn't like they got him for nothing. They gave up a significant amount. Now, you could diminish Michael King or Brito or Thorpe or whatever the case may be, Vasquez.
Vasquez, yep.
But still, they gave up 4 solid arms with potential. Even if one of them hits, I think the Padres did their part in this trade. For the Yankees, though, a reluctance to trade prospects and spend money has been a thing for the last several years. They proved that that is not the case any longer by trading the prospects to get Juan Soto in a move they had to make. However, it does not put them over the top yet.
Okay. I'm going to actually do something that I've never done, at least to start a show. I'm going to call myself out. And not for something I said yesterday, for something I just said. Shame on me. And I sincerely mean this. I already brought up Yamamoto. Forget about Yamamoto for a second. The New York Yankees just delivered their fans Juan Soto. We'll get to Yamamoto later, next hour, tomorrow, whatever. Juan Soto, by the way, who is 24 and compares to, you ready? The similarity scores, baseball reference. Frank Robinson.
Oh, I don't want to hear Ted Williams again.
Trout. He's not on my list here. Frank Robinson, Trout, Griffey, Eddie Matthews, and Miguel Cabrera. Now, the thing about baseball, listen, when Dwight Gooden was pitching back in the day, or certainly even Garrett Cole, Matt Harvey here and there for the Mets for a couple of years, DeGrom, Randy Johnson, there's a couple. But, the thing about baseball is it's not a must-watch game. You can parachute in, you can parachute out. Yeah.
Boy, it's great on the radio, too, during the summer. You're doing some yard work, whatever it is. You catch it, you have the game on in the background, or you're listening to it.
Absolutely. It's a nice, leisurely soundtrack to many of our lives and has been for decades. Now, listen, when Judge is pursuing records, even when he's not, you want to get in front of a TV. You want to see what number 99 does. You want to see what the polar bear does. You're a Mets fan. But that is an individual thing. Now the Yankees are bringing Juan Soto and Aaron Judge to your TV. So, and I know we're going to get crazy, and I will give you this, there are more moves to be made because they're not a championship team yet. But I, for one, we are always in such a rush to push it down. What's next? Who's next? I want the Yankees to be greedy. I tweeted that last night. Let's get greedy. But right now, let's be thankful that we get some going to say, keep them, it's a one-year rental. Get them ready. Get them used to New York for Queens. Fantastic. We'll deal with that, which, by the way, is not going to happen. We'll deal with that when and if we need to deal with that. In the interim, I am getting ready to watch one of the true magicians in the batter's box for my baseball team. And I'm thankful. I'm sincere about this. Like, I buried Cashman. Cashman has not yet fully atoned for all of the mistakes that he made. But yesterday was a massive step forward. And I'll tell you something else. Like, what they gave up, I know it's a lot of bodies. Forget about Higashioka.
Still,
good
you
player,
do it every
but
time.
He's a C-lister.
Higashioka, forget. It's the potential in the arms. And you give up 4 pitchers like that.
Yeah. And they do have a lot more.
3 have been in the bigs already.
Yep, they've got a lot more to do with the staff here. But Michael King, for some, was the sticking point, which I found to be absolutely asinine. Can he just now, Michael King might be very good out there. He's going to be 29. And the most important aspect of this is that he's only got 2 years of controllability left here. So if he was like 5 years, you still do it. But, he would have been up for free agency soon anyway. Michael King, and I don't want to make this about King, but I had to say this about the trade. The Yankees didn't win. The Yankees obliterated the San Diego Padres. They destroyed them. They absolutely fleeced them and waxed them. So Michael King's been a Pro Bowl since 2016, all right? He's thrown 640 innings in 8 seasons. Think about that. So he threw 104 last year. I know I'm diluting this with a lot of numbers, but you need to understand, he's not going to go from 104 to 193.
Well, it doesn't matter anymore anyway.
No, I know, yeah. but I'm saying this for the people who don't like it. The baseball, the clueless people who think that this is maybe a little bit too rich, get lost. Well, Juan Soto is a superstar.
See, I don't think they robbed San Diego, though.
Oh, they absolutely flee San Diego.
Now, this is a great trade, and I would have done it. Yeah, I don't think you could say that they robbed him. I don't think another team was going to give a package that the Yankees gave. The Yankees gave a significant amount here, even to the point where I don't blame the Padres for not waiting until Ohtani made his decision. I think this was a good trade for San Diego. They had to get rid of Soto. They had to save the money. They get Grisham out of there as well, whatever minimum he's making, a few million bucks he's making, and they get 4 arms with potential. If they hit on 1, it's good. If they hit on 2, now all of a sudden, I mean, there's a chance that, let's say, Thorpe or Brito become legit pitchers for them. You never know. And then maybe if the Yankees lose Soto in free agency, you're like, oh, man, I would like to have those 2 arms back. But in the moment, it is a great trade because it's a trade, BT, that the Yankees had to make off of the offseason, finally acting like the big bad Yankees, the evil empire, all that stuff. This was a great sign. However, it doesn't mean they're going to win squat. So while it's exciting and while we're all looking forward to watching Juan Soto and Aaron Judge in the same lineup together, while it's going to be fun to root for your Yankees, hate against the Yankees if you're a Met fan, whatever it may be, it brings added interest. It doesn't mean that the Yankees are going to win. The Padres had a more loaded lineup than the Yankees, and they haven't won squat.
True. No, I understand that. They also, they didn't. They didn't have Garrett Cole, didn't have Aaron Judge. Machado's not Judge, so I get it. That doesn't even matter. That doesn't even matter. I am pumped, dude.
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
I don't care about the Padres. I care about what the Yankees just dropped under the tree.
They got Juan Soto.
You know what's amazing, Sal?
He's a Yankee. I can't even freaking believe it.
And you'll see this, your daughters too, and as Santa starts to come, and you're going to start seeing this. She's just, maybe a little this year, definitely next year, right? If you have kids that are beyond, age 4 or 5, you know where I'm going. Christmas morning, right? They had their hands on one gift that Santa brought, but their eyes are already darting to the next gift that they're getting ready to tear into. You know what? I'm going to enjoy this gift. Now, eventually, we'll get to the Yamamoto gift. We'll get to the other gifts. We'll get to the Christmas stocking. Santa just delivered Juan Soto.
I still can't
revel.
I actually can't believe Juan Soto is going to be a New York, or is.
Well, I can't. I've been telling you for a while.
I know, but I'm saying like we're going to see the lineup, trot it out there with Judge and Soto.
You better make a move. I'm not even going to bring this about the Mets.
We'll get to the Mets
later. That was my
later.
bad. I take that back. This is about the Yankees. I got to get that little dagger in there. My bad. I sincerely take that back.
Well, Cashman, Hal, they all deserve a ton of credit here.
They do.
This was the move you had to make. A big boy organization, especially the New York Yankees, needed to do this, and they did. We'll see what else. It needs to be a lot more. They need to still build out a team here. But a great starting point for the New York Yankees. BT and Sal and the Fan are friends at Town Fair Tire. Remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. Jonathan is in Newtown, Connecticut. What's up, Jonathan?
BT and Sal, how's it going this morning?
Great, Jonathan. How are you?
Good. We got Juan Soto, baby. Sal, I know you're not too excited, but I am because guess what? The evil empire is back. This solidifies the Yankees on the map. They had me nervous. All the negativity around them not doing a whole lot the last couple of years. They just told the whole league, we just put you on notice. Let's go. Baseball in New York is back. We've actually shipped out more talent than the Mets have acquired this offseason. Bronx is where it's at, baby. Let's go.
Oh, God.
I mean, it's going to be a long day for you, bud. I hope it's not, and I'm not going to tell the callers what to say, but you just know that invariably, as they call, once they, gloat about Soto, you know what's coming next.
Can I read you a text?
Shot.
I got to read you a text
from
my Uncle John, who...
Big Yankees fan or big Mets guy?
Huge Yankees fan.
Okay.
He's the one, he was like the coach of my baseball team because my father wasn't a baseball fan.
Got it.
So my Uncle
I remember.
John, big Yankee fan. He's the one who put me on to like John Sterling as a kid. Listen to this guy on the radio, Sal, whatever. Baseball cards, Hensley Mullins, Bam Bam Mullins, Roberto Kelly, all that. So I don't text with him often, but he still, watches the shows. He pays attention a little bit. Obviously, big Yankee fan, like I said.
Does he like the show?
Yeah, he does.
Nice.
He does. You remind me of him a little bit, actually.
There you go.
So he texted me, first thing, no way, bro. Who did they give up?
Sure that's not Beningo?
And I was like, not done yet. It's not done yet. It was before it was official. Medical's being reviewed and then whatever. He goes, nice. Saw the Mets got Tonkin. And then 3 laughing emojis.
Oh, he's already hitting the daggers. The daggers are out. Listen, and this is part
that's what I can't deal with.
Well.
But look, here's the thing. You could have the nice present under the tree.
Yep.
Doesn't always work.
Well, that's true. I mean, sometimes you get a factory defect or the batteries aren't included, and you're sitting there on Christmas morning and you're saying, when the hell's Dad going to put this thing together?
Where are the batteries now?
Where are the batteries? That's what I'm saying.
Who's going to go out to the store and get the batteries? You're right. Look, Soto's going to work here. I mean, he's a great player, so he's going to work wherever it may be, and I think he's going to be even better here. I think it was the exact fit for the Yankees. I still don't think that they're the best team in the American League. Or, you know, I mean, what? They were 8th in the American League last year, I think it was. 7 teams were better than them.
I mean, whatever it was, sounds about right.
And I know Judge was hurt, and that's a big part of it.
So
but
was Rizzo.
I still look at that lineup and see a lot of holes in there. Defensively, I have questions about it. Pitching-wise, I still have questions behind Garrett Cole. They could still be a bullpen. Who knows? You know, King was a big factor.
Yep,
in that regard.
They lost some arms, dude. There's nobody's here to soften that point. Right now, the rotation is Cole, Rodon, Cortez, and Schmidt, and 1 through 4. That's not winning a championship.
Not good enough.
No, but that's why you need to get Yamamoto.
No, that's another story. Let's not get into that.
Another
Vinny is calling from Staten Island.
another day.
What's up, Vinny?
Vin.
Hey, morning. Great day to be a Yankee fan.
It is, Vinny. It is.
It is, but I will say this. King, yes, he was going to be slotted as a 3rd starter, 4th starter, 5th starter, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Drew Thorpe was a middle 3rd starter. So if you look at it like this, you just said it, BT. Cole, Rendon, if they get Yamamoto and they have Schmidt, where are you putting Drew Thorpe in the future? They had to do this trade.
I hear
They had
you.
to give him up. Okay? Now, sorry, Sal, I can't do this to you because I love you and I don't want you to yell at me.
I'm not going to yell at you. You have your moment. Go ahead. Get on me. Go ahead.
He's got to ask for forgiveness and beg.
No, I just think that if the Yankees didn't make this trade, if they didn't think they were going to get Yamamoto, they wouldn't make this trade. Because, like you said, BT, 4 arms they gave up, and now they got to replenish. I think they feel very confident that they're going to get Yamamoto. Because, like I said, you give up King, he was going to be slotted as your 3rd, 4th starter this year, and you give up a guy like Drew Thorpe, who's still going to be in the minors. But, again, they felt like, all right, you know what? If we have 80% chance of getting Yamamoto, let's make this trade.
I agree.
That's the only way.
I agree, Vinny, and thank you for the call. I agree that the Yankees do believe they have a very good chance of getting Yamamoto.
So do I.
But
100%. Doesn't mean that they absolutely get him, but they are spending and they listen.
Or willing to spend. They aren't spending yet. They're willing to spend.
You know what I mean. He is meeting with Tanaka and Matsui on Monday.
That's fine, but forget about. Come on, King Cohen flew there anyway. Yamamoto, forget him for a second. Although in this particular case, do you think? Like, I don't believe that this trade had anything to do with Yamamoto. Maybe they thought in their mind, hey, we might be able to get him, or we feel like we have a good chance. But you can't make this trade assuming you're going to get him. This is a Juan Soto trade. This has nothing to do with Yamamoto.
I do agree. Now, there's also the possibility that they have been told that he's coming to the Bronx. Like, I'm not saying that that's the case, but the way these things sometimes work.
He's meeting with a bunch of teams next week.
I understand, but sometimes you just meet to meet. Again, I don't think it's a done deal, but I think I think everything's possible at this point.
By the way, even that, while it would be, I mean, you can't have a better offseason than that. They also need multiple arms. You can't just have.
That's why we trade Gleyber Torres, and that's something else for down the road. There's other things that they need to do, no question about it. I don't love DJ LeMahieu being the starting third baseman. I just don't.
Well, that's what's going to happen. What do you want? You want Hall of Famers at every position?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I do. Well, at least all-stars.
You still got John Carlos Stanton on the team?
For now.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I look at this Yankee team, and here's the thing. They needed Soto to get back to being in the conversation as the New York Yankees.
I agree.
This was like the bare minimum that they could do this offseason. And you give them credit. They've done it. They landed Soto. They parted with the prospects. Finally, they had to do it, and they did it for the right guy. This was the move to make, but it was the bare minimum.
This move doesn't put them in the World Series. This move puts them back in the conversation to be on the list of teams that have a chance to get to the World Series.
And also take away from fire Cashman, fire Boone, everybody sucks.
No, I got you.
Stanton. Like, you don't care about John Carlos Stanton now because you got Juan Soto.
Just sit and collect dust until you get rid of him. So you're real fast out. You read the text from your uncle, right?
Oh, what do you got?
No, I don't understand this. Like, I don't know. And these are my good friends. Like, I do fantasy baseball with them.
Right.
These are a couple of guys I lived with in college, played with.
Yankee fans or no?
Mostly.
Okay.
The guys who I'm going to these are all Yankee fans who wrote with what I'm about to read, and that's not long. Guys I go on my golf trip. These are my boys. Guys at my wedding, like some of my best friends in the world, right? So my one buddy starts. So he's like, "What do you guys think about the Soto deal?" I'm like, "Well, what the hell do you think I think?" I didn't even respond. I'm like, "What do I think?" So my first buddy writes, "I hate it." Yankee fan, right? Then another guy writes, "I'd prefer alternate moves: Yamamoto, Bellinger, and Trevor Bauer. Come get some." Now this curse is on navigating, right? And then my buddy Matt writes, "Same here. Not interested." It's going to be another bad signing. No, one of my best friends, not a fan. Another dumb deal. He's going to test free agency, so blah, blah, blah. We'll overpay again.
Seems like smart
It just keeps going on. So finally I said, dude, you guys are absolutely moronic. Get me off this chain. And I checked out. I'm like, what?
Did you remove yourself from the group tag?
Well, no, because they're my best friend. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't respond
Right.
after that.
They're
But I'm like,
raining on
what
your
are-
Soto parade.
What are you doing?
Is that why then you started texting Hoff and I last night?
I'm texting everybody.
We were up late last night.
We
Texting, which
were.
is not. Oh,
It was that kind of night, buddy. That kind of night.
Even my wife was like, "What are you doing up?" I'm like, "I can't sleep. The Yanks got Soto."
My wife said the same thing. You know what my answer was?
What?
Celebrating.
Oh God, me was the opposite.
Woo!
Kyle is calling from West Orange, New Jersey. What's up, Kyle?
What's up, gentlemen? What's up? And from yesterday, huge Yankee fan. Dynamite!
Yeah.
Good
times, anytime you need a favor.
Woo! Oh, not even hassled. Not even
Hustle. Hey, I'll tell you, the Padres got hustled a little bit.
Thanks for the call,
Yeah,
Kyle.
oh my
Appreciate you.
And this is morphed into, for those who don't know why we're seeing Good Times, which, by the way, was an amazing song, amazing show, and song. Norman Lear died yesterday at the age of 101, one of the most influential, if not the, television individuals ever. And that was one of his main shows, Good Times.
Well, and you played the
Jefferson's.
song yesterday,
Yeah.
and
And you
Kyle
thought I was
called.
playing it to troll you. I was
Yeah.
just playing it, honestly, just to show some respect to Mr. Lear,
Yeah.
but it did fit the mood.
Well, yeah, no. Now both you and Kyle are playing it or singing it to troll me. Mary is calling from Long Island. What's up, Mary?
Good morning. I want to tell you guys, you really work so well together. You're a great team.
Thank you. We appreciate that.
You're welcome. I'm going to sound naive.
However, I will be quitting if the Mets, in fact, don't make a move. Just so you
and
know.
enjoy it now.
Yeah, exactly.
We're going to be gone soon. Stay in that bargain bin.
Go ahead, Mary.
I wanted to ask you, and I may be naive on this point, so please bear with
It's
me.
all good. All good.
I know everybody was complaining about Cashman and Steinbrenner, the fans last year, because things were just so dismal. And I do remember hearing that Aaron Judge and I believe Rizzo had a meeting with Steinbrenner. And I honestly believe that Judge means so much to the team, and to have him talk to Steinbrenner made a difference and lit a fire under him. Could I be right?
You could be.
I'm not
Get
sure.
Sal.
I'm sorry, BT.
No,
And
it's
thank
all
you for the
good.
call, Mary. I'm not. I mean, we know that did happen. Mary's right.
I don't know about Rizzo. I mean, I don't think Rizzo's voice is carrying much juice. Judge, Judge is different.
Other than Rizzo and Judge are boys, and you know, I can't imagine that. Like, this is a Hal thing. This is an ownership thing. I can't imagine, though, Judge was like, hey, you got to go out there and get Juan Soto, or you have to go, trade better. I mean, I'm not sure what exactly went down, but I have to believe that this is bigger than Judge. I don't think he hurt, but don't you think that this is a bigger issue?
I do. Listen, do I think that Aaron Judge knocked on Hal's door or dropped a text or they did a Zoom or whatever they did, however they communicated, and Hal was like, wow, I didn't really quite see it that way, Aaron. Maybe you're right. Maybe I need to be aggressive here and kind of change. No. I mean, the reasons that I was saying now and going back 5-6 months, and the term was I wanted to see the Yankees bleed out. I wanted to see the Yankees die once I knew that they were eliminated.
I think you nailed it in that Hal was embarrassed.
He was embarrassed.
They felt the blowback from the fans.
Correct.
Fire this guy, fire that guy. This is unacceptable.
They had to fire Cashman night at the stadium.
That's what I'm
one night.
saying. They missed the postseason, 82 wins. He was embarrassed. Steve Cohen spending more money than they did in the offseason. And Cashman probably presented him, hey, we could go get this superstar. He wants to be in New York. This is a perfect fit for us. This is the guy. And Hal signed off on it.
I think Judge was just that little extra impetus. And by the way, even Derek Jeter, I don't think Derek's particularly good on TV, but I remember one night he said, what did he say? He's like, he basically said, you got to go get Soto. Like, remember he said that during the playoffs at one point? That came up, and there was a lot of applied pressure, but I don't think anything was stronger than the internal force that Hal finally felt that I got to change this. It's not working.
And they made the move that they had to make. BT and Sal on the Fan. We'll continue with your calls on the other side. We'll get to the Mets aspect of it coming up a little bit later on. Also have Adoree Jackson as well. So we got a lot to do, but it's Juan Soto Day. The Yanks go out there and do what they... No, I can't call them the Bronze Bombers anymore because this is a gold standard move for the New York Yankees. BT and Sal on the Fan.